Hey, what do with y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all on tune to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities alike. But first, I need this little favor done for y'all. First, please like, comment, subscribe to the video, hit that notification bell as well. That'd be a great service to the channel and put y'all on tune to this story. Now, today we're going to be hopping into a discussion about the city girls going by the names of Young Miami and JT. So, Young Miami and JT have recently been in the discussion because Young Miami had taken to a platform to do an interview. She went on to hop into the discussion as to why the two rappers are no longer creating projects together at the same frequency. Young Miami had went on to speak on her haters and say they have given her inspiration to hop into the studio and make solo projects. She can be quoted as saying, "I had to really get back in my bag. People had just been talking to me crazy, so just going through stuff really motivated me to get in the studio and make music." So it's already known that social media can be a toxic place. People can hurl many insults towards those that have fame. It doesn't really matter who you are in this life or the stature that you possess. Anybody will come for you and talk about you and exploit your flaws. They will abuse your limitations and shortcomings and put it forward to hurt you. So it's good to hear that Young Miami is taking in all the criticism and using it as motivation to help put her in a better position. So Young Miami also went on to entail what gave her the motivation to work on solo projects herself. She would speak on both her and JT's lack of success in late 2023 when they had dropped their last project, saying that it didn't do too well. This last project being known as Raw. Young Miami can be quoted for speaking on this album's release, saying, "I think when the City Girls album Raw just dropped and it didn't do too well and we was just trying to do our press run, the whole rollout of the album was just so bad because we was just in two different spaces. We older now, and she, JT, was doing her own thing. She on the West Coast, I'm in Miami, I'm doing my own thing. And I felt like naturally, when she doing her own thing, it just worked for her. And when I'm doing my own thing, it worked for me. But when we get together as a group, it just wasn't connecting. It just wasn't working no more." Following Young Miami having spoken on both her and JT's recent projects, she would go on to address the fans once again, giving a nod to the fact that she has to work in effort in terms of ignoring everything that they say that is negative. The female rapper can be quoted as saying, "I feel like we in a trolling era, so you got to block out the noise. So it's just like you got to keep going and you got to just learn how to block out the noise. That's the only way you're going to be successful." Next, Young Miami will go on to entail that she used to have the ability to be so open with the fans and be herself, but now she feels she has to be deflective when it comes to them talking about her in a bad light. Young Miami had went on to say, "I feel like I used to be so open. I would go on Instagram Live and just talk. I'm not doing it no more. I do it, but it is not fun no more. People are just overly invested. It used to be fun. This is how I came in, going live, being who I am. But now I can say anything and this stuff's so serious or it's so negative or it's so bad. So that's that boundary that I had to put up. I'm not going live and I'm just going to talk less. Less is more. I'm doing a lot of things I used to do." The 30-year-old rapper had expressed hatred towards the fact that she has to create this boundary when it comes to her fans in the public alike. But it seems at this point that the rapper feels that social media is more of a detriment to herself mentally than it is an asset. Now, Young Miami earlier within this year of 2024 had went through some drama. Young Miami was critical of JT hurling accusations her way, claiming that she was sneak dissing her in her music. JT in response would claim that Young Miami was playing dumb and would say that she had the anticipation of seeing fans talking about her in a bad light and being critical of her, basically saying that she had experienced enjoyment from seeing people talk about JT. To this point, it is said that both JT and Young Miami had made up in a private conversation. They had gone on to be expressive of their love for each other on the internet. Yet many fans and people looking into the situation have speculated that they are not on the best of terms, given that they have not released a project since late 2023. Young Miami did in fact give her insight in terms of where she feels that she stands with the rapper JT at this moment. She has said, "I think it's sisterhood. That's my friend, of course, but that's more like family to me. I've been knowing JT my whole dang life, so that's not our first argument. It probably won't be our last argument. This time, it went to the internet. It was a lot of emotions. We got people pulling us left and right, and it was just some stuff that we just talked about behind closed doors. Like, girl, I love you, and let's keep pushing. It ain't never that deep where it'll go farther than that." So it's good to see Young Miami speaking positively about JT and acknowledging that they're going to go through their battles in life, which is what many people can experience regardless. There will always be hardships in any bond, whether that comes to friendships or relationships. It seems like the two rappers are on good terms, but it's likely that they have both come to the agreement that they should work on their careers separately. which is a realistic approach to the situation because I feel that being on somebody else's timing is something that just can't be maintained forever. JT and Young Miami could end up making future collaborations, and this could just end up being a break. But yeah, y'all, just go cap out this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Were you guys aware that JT and Young Miami had gotten into it earlier within this year? Do you guys see the two rappers being successful running their careers separately in the long run? And to cap that off, do you guys see both JT and Young Miami collaborating in the future? Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.